Hi crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to be making a layout using the My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit. And these are the pictures that I want to scrapbook. This is my daughter Tatum right there in the black. And she had went to a youth faith conference earlier this summer. There she is again. And so I thought that this limited edition kit would be perfect to document these photos. Now, I've had my eye on this kit for quite a while, and this is their August kit. This is my first time receiving it. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to start by adding some mixed media to my background. So I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock here, and I've already prepped it with some white gesso. I'm bringing in some of my Shimmerz paints. I love to use my Shimmerz watercolors. And the color that I have here is an Inklings, and the title is called Lover's Lips. Now, Inklings, they're solid, dry, gorgeous, shimmery watercolors that are activated by water. So that's why you saw me spray some water into the little pot there. So I'm dipping my paintbrush into the water and then dipping it into the Lover's Lips color and just adding some color all around the outline of where my photos are going to be. So I do have a pencil mark there where my photos are going to be on the layout. And I want to add some of this Lover's Lips pink color just peeking out from behind my photos. Now in the end, not very much of this mixed media is going to be showing at all, but I really enjoy adding the mixed media, and so I want to create it. And even though there's not very much showing, I love just the little hints of the color peeking through. So now that I have that color down, I want to add some splatters with some shimmers, and this is Shimmerz Berry Smart. And so I am just using my paintbrush here and adding a few splatters just to kind of brighten up that pink. Now Shimmerz, they already have the shimmer in the paint, and they're already a liquid, so you don't have to add anything to those. They're really vibrant in color, and they just add that little pop of sparkle. So I'm going to continue adding a few splatters here, and then I'm going to set this aside to dry. Next, I'm bringing in some texture paste, and this gorgeous stencil came in the kit. You get so much in these kits. I was just really surprised at the amount of product that you get. I think it's a great value. So this stencil is from Simple Stories, and it's called Calico Daisy. And so I'm adding just a little bit of this Distress Grit Paste all around where I have the pink mixed media, and I wasn't really liking this palette knife that I chose. I've got a couple palette knives, and this one, it was a little hard to place the paste through the stencil, so I think I got the paste a little bit thicker than I would have liked, but in the end, I think it's okay. So I'm going to continue. I was thinking I just wanted this in 3 places, kind of like I do my embellishment clusters when I do clusters of 3, but I do go back and add just a little bit more all around the layout. So I like the way that this is looking, and I will also, once I'm finished with the paste, I will set this aside to dry as well, so I can complete the next step. So I'm just going to add a few more over here, because I think that that little flower there is going to pop out from behind my photos, and then maybe just a little bit down here. Like I said, the majority of this is all going to be covered up. So I like the way that that looks. All right, next I wasn't really sure about this, but I thought I wanted to add some Distress Oxide ink. And so I have the color of Scattered Straw, and I'm glad I did this. I was a little unsure at first, so I tested it kind of in the center of where my photo is going to be to see what that would look like. But I think that this just brings in an additional pop of color, and I really like it in the end because you can see that little bit of the yellow just peeping through, and I think that that adds so much to the final layout. So I'm just going over each of the flowers that I had used the Distress paste on, And it kind of looks like a hot mess right now, but once I add my photos and paper, I think it's all going to come together. So I decide once I have the paste on there and the ink that I need a few more splatters. So I'm bringing back in my Shimmerz Berry Smart, and I'm just going to add a few more splatters all around just to enhance that color just a little bit. Okay, now it's time to start adding my papers to the layout. And the paper in the kit this month are from Simple Stories, and I believe they're all from the Simple Vintage Meadow Flowers collection. So I'm adding just a little thin strip of different papers that I've cut. I think this is 1/4 of an inch by 8.5, and I'm going to add the same one to the top and the bottom of the layout just to kind of frame this in. And then I've cut some other strips. I've got one that's, I think, 1/2 an inch and then an inch in a different pattern paper that I'm going to add. And then I have this larger piece at the bottom. And I like this paper because it has like little tickets. And I thought that kind of went along with my photos and then being like a ticket to go to the event. Although they didn't have to have tickets, but you get the idea. I thought that it kind of went well with the theme. So I chose the ticket paper, and then I'm really on this pink and yellow kick. If you've looked at the last few layouts I've done, I tend to lean towards pink and yellow, which surprises me because, well, pink doesn't surprise me. I love pink, and so I'm always going to use pink. But the yellow really surprises me, and I just think it makes my layout pop. I like it. Okay, I'm just going to make a few adjustments here to the paper, and then off camera, I will go back in and add some liquid glue to make sure that those all stay adhered. The same thing with these photos. I'm bringing in my photos. Now, this picture on the right is a picture of their whole group that went from our church community. And then I love that picture up at the top with my daughter Tatum and her best friend Kendall. And then the other photo was a picture of the event itself. So I know she looks forward to going to this faith conference every year. It's for teens and it's so much fun. Now I've picked out some of the pieces of ephemera to make my title, and this says "You Shine." And so there's so much ephemera that comes in this kit. I had a hard time choosing, but I thought "You Shine" was perfect to go with these photos. And then I have a few floral bits that I'm going to add, and then these paper flowers. So this is my first time adding paper flowers to a layout. I know I must have been under a rock or something, right? People have been doing this for a while, but I'm just now jumping on board, and that's what originally drew me to these My Creative Scrapbook limited edition kits was all the florals that are included, especially these paper flowers. And so the paper flowers over there in my stack and sort tray, those are from 49 and Market. And the package of florals says one of them is Royal Posies Sunshine, and the other one says Flamingo Enchanted Petals. So these are so pretty. So I'm going to fuss around here with some embellishments. I'm trying to decide where I want to place my embellishments. I know I want a cluster down here. So I'm just going to mess around with this and pop some things up on foam tape. And then I'm going to bring in the florals. Now, I have my tacky glue here, but that's not going to be the glue that I use to adhere the florals. I'm going to be bringing in some glue. Actually, I'm using Liquitex Gloss Gel Medium, and I learned that from watching Laura over on City Scrapper YouTube channel. So that works so much better to glue the flowers down than just regular glue. So I have all of my florals along the top there, and I think that's how I want those, so I'll go ahead and glue those down. And now I'm adding in some more little pieces of ephemera. I've got a few little hearts that are super cute, and I'm still not completely happy with my bottom cluster there. And so I'm going to try to add a few more things here to build that up. So I will go ahead and Off camera, you can't really see, but I'm using a paintbrush and just dipping it into that gloss gel medium to adhere these flowers. So it doesn't look like it from this image that it works, but I promise it works very well to adhere these. I just didn't get enough on that one. So we'll get those stuck down. And now here's where I went wrong. I brought in a Sharpie and I drew some journaling lines, and I start to journal, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I don't like it. So I'm gonna have to cover it up. So this is unplanned here. Bringing in some additional flowers, and here you can see where I'm painting on that gloss gel medium. But I'm going to have to use a large flower here to cover up where I started journaling, and because I don't like it. You can't see it. And so it's okay. We're going to fix that by adding a flower. And then I pulled this piece of ephemera. It's a little journaling tag, and I went ahead and wrote my journaling on there. And now let me just add the date. I want to make sure 2024 is on there because that's just from earlier this summer. And now I'll tuck this in, and I really like, it's like a happy mistake, right? Because I like this so much better. So there we go. I'm gonna add another flower here because I do want to just finish this floral cluster, and I love the way that that cluster looks now because I wasn't happy with it before. So that's really going to finish this layout. I will have still shots posted over on my Instagram and my Facebook page, and I'll leave a link down below in the description box to the website where you can pick this up. I'm not affiliated with them. I will also have some affiliate links listed down below of some other products that I brought in. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!